All right, we're live on YouTube, Facebook. We're live on Facebook. All right, gonna give everyone a minute to join in here. It's 8 o'clock. So the question this week is: besides two-wheel stock buggy, which class do you think will have the biggest turnout at this weekend's race? So if you couldn't tell from the header graphic there, this week's Taco Tuesday Dog Days updates live feed is going to be all about the Stacked RC New Year's Cash Race. That's this Saturday, January 7th at the factory. Doors open at 8. Racing starts at 11. Guaranteed A main payouts of $750. Lower mains payouts based on entry. All right. So let me hide this. Hi everyone. Sean Duffy here from Dog Days RC. So before we get into all the details for the Stacked RC New Year's Cash Race, I just want to go over a couple of things. So first off, the website, social media, we continue to try and update, add more content every day. I am gonna focus on getting the website updated more, more of the past events and whatnot. We have a few weeks off in January, so it'll give me time to get that done. If you haven't seen, I don't have a picture handy, but we did receive the new chassis protectors from Boom RC. Did the prints for us. They came out looking amazing. These are super thick, universal chassis protectors, so you just slap it on and cut it to whatever size you need for the chassis you're applying it to. Some other things working on printing barcodes for all the products. This will allow us to purchase a handheld scanner and a hub for easier checkouts. So that's coming. But yeah, let's get to the reason we're here. New Year's Cash Race is this Saturday, January 7th. How many? So you see the race flyer here. Yeah, our title sponsor for this is StackedRC, so thank you for your support. We have a guaranteed payout of the $750 for the classes listed here. Our other sponsors, BMS by Overdrive RC. We have White Rose Hobbies here in New York. We got ACS Hobbies. We got Mad Box Designs, Pit Boss, Absolute Hobbies, and of course Motorama and Pat Mac and Cheese also sent a donation for two of the class. So thank everyone for coming on board. This is our first year running this event, so hoping it goes well. So a couple of the details that you need to know for anyone that hasn't been to our facility yet, or isn't sure what to expect this race. First off, obviously, expect lots of great racing. We should see a lot of the region's fast drivers out trying to get the money for this one. We'll be doing a 50-50 throughout the day. There's going to be a great barbecue to eat on facility. So thanks to Big T's Barbecue for coming out and doing that. And of course, like I said, the cash payouts. So the way it's working is there's $750 in guaranteed payouts. So these A mains are locked in. So top three in each A main will receive a portion of uh, the class purse. The lower mains are going to be paid by entry counts within that class. So, say a class has 20 entries, we'll take the 20 entries and multiply it by some magic number, come up with a cash purse, and then split it up amongst the lower mains. So Ray says he thinks the 13.5 wheeler will be the biggest, second biggest. Um, he would know. He's the professional of second place and everything. So I trust his judgment on this one. All right. So we do have a special guest announcer, Thomas the Turkey. So you see a little image on the flyer there with the mic. So yeah. So you can expect smooth race program throughout the day. Probably a lot of jabs at Ezra and I. Always makes it a little fun. Yeah, looking forward to having Thomas on the mic again at the factory. Practice. So Friday night we're gonna have practice open 4 to 9 p.m. This week we do have the track closed. We're making a few small minor tweaks so that you know track's gonna be fresh for everyone that comes in the race. So Saturday doors will open at 8 a.m. Racing will begin at 11. So you have roughly 2.5 hours to practice. Shut the track down around 10:30. Do a driver's meeting, 10:45, national anthem, and then get right into it at 11. Let's see about the facility. So, for those of you that haven't been to the factory yet, it's a 10 scale carpet off road track located on the second floor of the factory RC Raceway. There are elevators available to haul your stuff up to the track, or many people just lug it up the flight of stairs. Track footprint is 55 by 48, and the carpet surface is commercial carpet. We're using a lifetime scoring system with the latest RC4 MyLabs decoder box, so that means you won't be able to use the older transponders. So make sure you have the right transponder. Make sure you're checking it in practice. I'd rather not get to the first round and having figure out transponders, because that just slows our race program down and makes for a longer day for everyone. So it has a large pit area with uh, using the utilizing the original tables the factory workers used, and it can accommodate up to about 80 racers. And there's a large overflow area for guys that want to bring their own table, chair setup. I would recommend bringing at least a chair, just in case the chairs that are provided up there are all occupied. Um, yeah, that would be safe to bring a chair. There are a bunch of power drops in the main pit area, so be sure to bring a power strip. If you're pitting in the overflow area, you'll want to bring an extension cord and a power strip. Our driver stand is 28 feet long, has stairs and wheelchair ramp. There is a bump out capable of holding 2 wheelchairs. So if you are uh, confined to a wheelchair, we got you covered here. Bathroom facilities. There are bathrooms located on the first and second floors of the building. There are snacks and drinks also located on the first and second floors. Like I said earlier, Big T's Barbecue will be out. I think he'll be set up on the first floor, serving up some delicious smoked grub. He usually has brisket, pulled pork, and mac and cheese, and they have their own uh, homemade sauce that they sell as well. Suggest you check them out. Any questions so far? All right. Parking. So since we're in town, parking can be interesting. So we did provide this parking map. It's posted and pinned within the Facebook group. I believe it's also pinned on the Facebook page itself for the Factory RC Raceway. So you see the green areas are always available parking. These are lots owned by Mackenzie family, or the Mackinson family. Um, the yellow areas are areas where we got permission to park on Saturdays. So lots that's E and F up above the building where the factory is. If any of the lower lots are filled, you're more than welcome to park there. Um, and then obviously pay attention to the red shaded areas. No parking in the alleyway behind the factory RC Raceway. That's reserved for staff, and it needs to remain open for the neighbors to get in and out of their driveway and garages back there. Also, the other red shaded areas where it says no parking, those are owned by the local church, and they have threatened to have anyone towed away if they're parked in those lots and not attend the church function. So, yeah, pay attention to where you're parking. Try to stay within the green or yellow lots, and you won't have any issues. So, if you have any questions about parking, feel free to message me or message the page directly. We'll give you help get you set up. All right, so registration process. So once you get parked, come in and load your gear, set up your pit area, and then you'll head downstairs to the pro shop. See a bunch of parts and kits and stuff down there behind some display cases. So you go there, register, and pay. Um, we'll be running up and down collecting registration slips and getting them entered into the system. So, like I said, there's these handy registration slips. Just fill out your name legibly, circle your driver's ability. This is important. And then check off which classes you'd like to race. So the reason that's important is because the first round of qualifying, we always sort by driver ability. Um, so it's important for you to fill this out and be honest. So the reason for that, we found that it makes for a cleaner round of qualifying when everybody's pretty much at the same pace. They stay more evenly spread out. You don't have to keep pulling over because you have someone much faster than you in your heat. So everyone gets a better qualifying run in round one. So you will also need your transponder number at the time of registration. You want your laps to count, practice, and your first round. Um, so this is important. We're not going to enter anyone into the program without a transponder number. If you have changed your transponder since the last time you've been at the factory, make sure you have it written down somewhere, add it onto your slip, and we'll make sure it gets entered into the system. So as far as awards, this is a cash race, so cash is the award. But I did spring for some custom 3D printed money clips for the top three in each of the awards classes. Thanks to Maddox Designs for knocking those out for us. Hopefully, I'll have some pictures to share shortly. But yeah, so each of the awards classes are Sportsman and Novice, and that's sponsored by BMS by Overdrive RC. Um, and that payout's $100, so split three ways. So I think it's off the top of my head. I think it's I don't know. I have a spreadsheet with the actual first, second, third payout. That is the purse for that A main class. Any lower mains, again, it'll go by the number of entries. So next one is two-wheel drive stock buggy. This is 17.5 Blinky. This is sponsored by White Res Hobbies. That class payout is up to $200, and that'll get split amongst the top three. Next one is two-wheel drive mod buggy. That's sponsored by ACS Hobbies. That's $100 cash purse for that class. Four drive stock buggy, Madbox Designs sponsored that one at $125. Next one is two-wheel drive stadium truck, and that's sponsored by Pit Boss. Pit Boss makes those really amazing car stands. Oh, if you haven't seen those, I think who local has one. Jamie Groff has been using one for quite a few years now. He loves it. So next, the final awards class is the two-wheel drive short course uh, truck class, and that's sponsored by Absolute Hobbies, and that's up to 125 payout for that class. So top three in two-wheel drive short course class will split $125. So yeah, like I always say, if you guys have questions, feel free to post them in the comments below the video, anytime, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. So, besides these awards classes, we will run any exhibition class. So, an exhibition class is any 10th scale vehicle that doesn't fall into one of the awards classes above that I just mentioned. For example, two-wheel drive box stock slash, mini B, mini T, four-wheel drive mod buggy, etc. But there was talk of a two-wheel drive 21.5 class. We just need you guys to show up, and we'll get you added into the class. So, exhibition class will get a discounted entry fee, and we need at least 4 to run the class. And the reason for that is because we need marshals for the next race. So that's the only reason we've moved these into exhibition classes. We need to make sure that we get enough people to at least cover marshaling. So practice. Once Thomas sees that there's at least 8 people on the driver's stand and people waiting to get on the track, we're gonna turn on time practice. He'll clear the driver's stand. Let the next group of drivers get on. They'll go out for 5 minutes, and then once you're done with your practice run, just drop your vehicle and head out to marshal the next group. It helps keep practice running smoothly, and everyone gets better practice session out of it. So my rule of thumb here is always treat other racers the way you like to be treated, and it'll turn into a good practice experience for everyone. So at the top of each hour, we'll have a sportsman, novice slash two-wheel drive box stock slash class practice. Um, that was it for practice. All right, so race program, similar to other awards class or awards races we've done here. We will be doing 3 rounds of qualifying if there's less than 11 heats. Otherwise, we'll run 2. And the reason for that is just any more than that, it ends up being an extremely long day. And there's a lot of people that don't want to stay, at a racetrack for 16 hours, have to drive along. So we found the magic number to be 11 heats. We'll run. Otherwise, we'll run 2 rounds, and we always run single. It is rocket round qualifying, so your best qualifying run will qualify you to the mains. You must marshal immediately following your race. If you are back to back, we ask that you find someone to volunteer marshal for you. Just tell them to let the announcer know. I don't want to have Thomas, begging for marshals throughout the day because people are racing multiple classes and didn't find a marshal to cover them. So after each mains, we are going to do a podium for the top 3. Obviously, 2 will bump up to the next main, but we do want to do the payouts and pictures right after each of the mains. And then afterwards, you can run back to your pits and get your batteries on charge. So there is one thing that we are doing differently with this cash race because cash sometimes brings out the worst in people. The tweaks that we're making to the track are to make it a little easier to race on, more racy, more open areas for passing, and we're also going to limit the heats and the mains to only 6 vehicles. So that should open up the track a bit, and hopefully that keeps tempers in check. So 4 are going to go direct to the main, and then 2 bump up to make 6. Again, special thanks to our event sponsors. We have Stacked RC, Overdrive RC, White Rose Hobbies, ACS Hobbies, Madbox Designs, Pit Boss, Absolute Hobbies, Motorama Events, and again, Pat Mac and Cheese. Thank you very much. So that is pretty much all I have as far as information that you might need to know for coming to the race this weekend. Um, Again, if you have any questions, you can either message me directly, a message Dog Days page, or message Factory RC Raceway page. You can post them in any of our Facebook groups, the Racers, the Factory RC Raceway, and then Racers Dog Days. Feel free to post any questions you have in there. Oh, you might have also noticed I posted up a picture today. White Rose Hobbies also donated $35 gift cards to the winner of each AMA. So not only will you get that cash purse, but you'll also get a nice $35 gift card for White Rose Hobbies here in New York. So go check them out. Pick up some extra RC stuff. Motorama Events also donated 2 VIP passes for the Motorama event in February. So this is going to give you access to the green room for lunch and dinner on Saturday and lunch on Sunday, as well as access to the rest of the show. All right. So next up, we're going to talk about Dog Days race number 3. So again, this is race number 3 of the 4-part series. This is taking place at Richfield. See the address there on the flyer. So the only things different about this race than the previous 2 is we added awards for two-wheel drive 7.5 short course truck. That is very popular there up there at Richfield. Also, we did lower the cost of the sportsman class. They have a huge sportsman following, and we wanted to be sure that everyone that races at Richfield can come and have fun with us at the dog. So again, we do top 5 and T2 awards for all of the awards classes here at Dog Days. Should be getting those awards here shortly. Just pictures, videos, whenever those come in. And if you have any questions about the Dog Days event, feel free to message me or the Dog Days page, and try to answer that quickly as possible. So yeah, after that, we just have one more race in our carpet series. That's going to be at Trains and Lanes on February 11th. So looking forward to that. Always a good time with that crew. That was it as far as information for the races and products this week. So yeah, the new chassis protectors are in. So everyone that pre-ordered one, I either have set aside for you to pick up this weekend or I mailed it out. But if you haven't gotten one yet and you're in need of a chassis protector, feel free to order one on the website or just message me on Facebook, and I'll get you taken care of as well. If nobody has any other questions, then, I'm going to sign off. We have a very busy week of getting the track ready, and then see everyone Friday night for practice and Saturday for um, the Stacked RC New Year's Cash Race. So I will see you at the track. All right, take care.